Hi fantasy managers, welcome to FPL Team Talk. If you're watching this video, I appreciate that there's probably not very long until the deadline, so I'm going to try and give you my wildcard side for game week 9 inside 5 minutes. I'm not going to go through the statistical analysis that we normally have done over the last 2 weeks. This is my wildcard side. I've pulled the trigger. Blood, sweat and tears have gone into this. So give me any comments below. Tell me what you think. Have I missed anything? What would you do? Are you wildcarding this week? In the meantime, if you enjoy these videos, don't forget to like it, hit subscribe. Without messing around, let's get into it. The last video I released, this was my wildcard team for game week 9 then. There's a few things that I wasn't happy about. Overall, I was pretty pleased with it. I got a decent side. It looked pretty well set for the next few weeks. However, I just tweaked it one or two. Don't know if I made that fatal mistake, obviously getting enough opinions from elsewhere. And yeah, I've changed my mind on a few things. Cancelo, Kufal, Tony come out, as well as Nico Williams for the first time this season. In come Trent, Walker, Zuma, Solanke. I feel horrible bringing Solanke in. He's an enabler. He's up front. I don't like it. But actually, when I look at how it pans out for games week 9, 10, 11, and I look at 12 in a second, it doesn't actually pan out too bad. I'm 0.2 under to 100 million, so it's definitely an affordable side. I love the fact that Trent's in there. I don't mind putting Walker in instead of Cancelo. Cancelo's not really cashed in on those rewards so far in terms of him getting expected goal involvements. He's not much better than Walker. I do expect Cancelo to outscore Walker over the course of the season, of course. However, right now, though, I think Trent coming in just feels like a much better option with his fixtures. So this is the side. This is how it would line up then for game week 9. These are the fixtures. I've got my 3 Man Cities in. Foden, it was originally De Bruyne, but I've moved down to Foden in order that I can boost that defence somewhat. And then, yeah, I've kept Mitrovic. So previously I had I had Tony in. I'm just going to live without him, I think. The way they would line up for game week 9 then in terms of benches and stuff, I think Zaha would go on the bench. I'd have Solanke on the bench and Andreas away with their Newcastle game. Pope over Ward just about. I'm not wildly happy about doubling up on that Newcastle defence. I have enough money that I could increase Pope to someone else. I could even go Kepa, but I'm worried that Ward won't play. Either someone come in, and then Kepa will then lose his place to Many, and then all of a sudden I'm going to have to make a goalkeeper transfer. I don't want to do that. So that is a worry. I don't know the situation at Leicester. If I thought Ward or Everson are keeping their place and they were definitely in, I think I'll be a bit more happy going for Kepa because it saves money and I know one of those two are going to play. But I just don't know that at the moment. So that uncertainty, just don't like it. So that would be it for game week 9 this week coming up. Haaland would get the captaincy. Moving forward for game week 10, I'd obviously then have one free transfer to make. But with the team and the way it's set up, I'm pretty happy to let that roll. That would be the absolute intention game week 10. Trent away at Arsenal, I think I'd keep him for that. I could, if I want, play Mitrovic or even Solanke into Leicester if there's conceding goals still Leicester. But I quite like it. You've got Zaha against Leeds. Southampton at home for Man City. I definitely want those 3 Man City players in there. And Haaland, again, boring as it seems, would just get the captaincy. Doubling up on Newcastle, both got Brentford at home. Happy with that. Zuma, Fulham, he's got 2 really good fixtures with Wolves. And then, again, Chelsea, Wolves at home, Sterling and James. Yeah, I'm happy with that. And even Maddison away. So Bournemouth, I think that's a really good side, really set up. So I'll roll that transfer into game week 11, where, yeah, it does get a little bit messy because you have that Manchester City, Liverpool clash and a Man U away for Newcastle. So that makes it look a little bit uglier. Looking potentially to bench both Man City players, Foden, Walker, keeping Haaland. Trent would go on the bench as well. That leaves me with 2 possibly Newcastle players. Pope, if Ward's not playing, Pope would have to play. But remember, I've got 2 free transfers, so I could look to transfer players out. Barnes could come at this point. And because the following week, Man City are blanking anyway, I'm happy to take someone like Foden or Walker out. Bring in Barnes, who's got 2 really good fixtures for Leicester. Could look to bring in maybe another Palace player. I've got options. I'm not going to consider too much now which options are going to be because it's 2.5 weeks away. 2 weeks away. So I'm not going to worry too much about that because so many things can change. But the thing is, I do have 2 transfers in which I can sort of bail myself out for this week in preparation for game week 12. Captaincy is an issue. I don't think I want to go Haaland, But again, I can bring someone in, a big hitter, maybe Sterling, possibly away Villa. Don't like it. Mitrovic possibly, and Bournemouth looks like a decent shout. Game week 12, again, we've got the blank game week because of Man City and Arsenal. And even though we're in game week 9, I do think this wildcard needs to be set up for that. I've got the 3 Man City players just come straight out. Zuma, I would have to be playing away at Liverpool. I don't like that much. The thing is with the Man City players, I don't want to take more than one of them out because I do want them back for game week 13 and beyond because they've got some great fixtures. Liverpool's fixtures look pretty decent after that as well. So I could be looking at possibly upgrading Sterling to maybe a Salah, or I could go from a Foden to a Diaz. I've got options, so I can still, I think, with that side, the fixtures look decent. Newcastle doubling up against Everton at home looks fine. So I've got options. I'd have by this point already made 1 transfer. I had 2 transfers still to do. It'd be who to make. But I can negotiate game week 12 with this side pretty well, I think. I think I've done pretty well there, guys. I think I'd have to check on the timings afterwards. That I've wrapped that up inside 5 minutes. Haven't gone into a huge amount of detail because I realised the time must be running short. But that's my side. That's how it looks going forward. I think it's pretty well set up. I've got 3 transfers which I'll have to consider as we go along. I don't want to pencil anything in at this point. But let me know in the comments below what you think. Are you wildcarding? What's your plans? How are you going to negotiate the next few weeks? In the meantime, if I don't speak to you soon or see you soon, please have a great weekend and a good game week 9. And I shall see you on the other side.